think he can win.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to win, but I think he can win.
So
but he's going to have to box a brilliant fight.
Mayweather was definitely better. He was better when he fought because he was more technically sound and knew how to do things. Whereas
and Floyd Mayweather understands that. Guess what? Styles make fights. He understands styles make fights, and he understands the greatness of Terrence Crawford.
Joe Rogan recently weighed in on a potential matchup between Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Crawford. He praised Mayweather as one of the greatest boxers in history, reminding fans of how dominant he was in his prime. Rogan noted that many people underestimate just how much Floyd accomplished against elite opponents. When comparing him with Crawford, Rogan admitted it would be a tough fight, but emphasized that Mayweather's defensive mastery and ring IQ would make him nearly impossible to beat, even against someone as skilled as Crawford.
Floyd was in his prime.
Yeah.
That would have been fucking incredible to
Yeah.
see which style's superior.
Yeah.
Because Floyd would move towards you like this. He would just get right up on you. But just show you how good Floyd really is.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he's won decisions by, playing it safe, people that just don't get excited about him and they recognize him with the all-time greats, he's the...
Analysts acknowledge Floyd Mayweather's legendary status as a Hall of Famer and emphasize that his career accomplishments remain unmatched. At the same time, they praised Terrence Crawford, calling him the current pound-for-pound best fighter. Both men dismantled Canelo Alvarez in their respective eras, though in different ways. The analysts stress that comparing them is difficult because each dominated in his own unique style. Picking a winner between Mayweather and Crawford feels nearly impossible, as both represent the very pinnacle of boxing excellence.
Won, in my opinion, 10 rounds to 2. If you want to be, generous, 9 rounds to 3. But he clearly won the fight against Canelo Alvarez. Clearly. And Floyd Mayweather understands that, guess what? Styles make fights. He understands. Styles make fights. And he understands the greatness of Terrence Crawford. And he stated on numerous occasions that, guess what? Terrence Crawford is pound for pound the best fighter in the world. And he believed it. He put his money where his mouth is. And it held to be true, period. So, again, and I hate to do this and I hate to keep saying this, right? But people try their best to try to pit Terrence Crawford against Floyd Mayweather, right? Who's better? Who beat Canelo Alvarez better? Who did it better? So on and so forth, right?
Bob Arum shared a perspective on a fantasy matchup between Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Crawford, stating that Crawford would win, even if the fight took place during Mayweather's prime years. According to Arum, Crawford possesses a rare combination of adaptability, speed, and ring intelligence, qualities that set him apart in modern boxing. Arum believes that Crawford's ability to adjust to any opponent would give him the edge, even against a defensive master like Mayweather.
What's up, fight fans? Prime for prime. Who wins a fight, Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Bud Crawford? Bob Arum says Bud. Do you agree?
For prime, who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Crawford.
Really? Why?
Because Crawford is a unique kind of fighter that other fighters haven't seen. And the ability that he has to switch, fighters aren't used to that. They don't train for that. I just think Crawford is a very, very unique talent.
Trainer Greg Hackett explained why Canelo Alvarez admitted that Terrence Crawford's victory over him carries more weight than Floyd Mayweather's. Hackett argued that when Mayweather faced Canelo, the Mexican star was still young, inexperienced, and learning at the elite level. In contrast, when Crawford defeated him, Canelo was already a seasoned, fully developed champion. For that reason, Hackett said Canelo views Crawford's achievement as more significant, since it came against a matured and stronger version of himself.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. What's your thoughts on his statement, and do you agree with the sentiment?
Him saying that, I can't say he capping. I can't, because I don't know what he felt. But when I heard that, what I think is, when Floyd beat me, I was 23, I wasn't polished. When Bud beat me, I was the man. I was the man. And he beat me fair and square. He beat me at my game and he beat me at his game. That's why Canelo said that. Do I believe that? It's tough to believe. We're not going to ever see Bud versus Floyd. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I would love to see that fight, but I know we're not going to see it. But I can only take Canelo's word because he's the man that's been in the ring with both of them. But I understand why he said it. I was a kid when I fought.
Commentator Simon Jordan, Adam Smith, and Duke McKenzie reflected on the atmosphere leading up to Floyd Mayweather's showdown with Canelo Alvarez. At the time, Canelo was undefeated, larger in size and weight, and many believed Mayweather, at 36 years old, was taking on more than he could handle. Analysts predicted that Canelo's strength and youth would finally hand Floyd his first loss. Instead, the fight unfolded in the opposite way, with Mayweather using his trademark style to neutralize Canelo's offense and deliver a masterclass performance that silenced all doubts.
Crawford, they were all the question marks. Could he do that? Could he cope with the power of Canelo Alvarez, who's adapted now and had to adjust in his career? He now throws single shots. And that's why it was the calculated gamble. Well, it wasn't really a gamble because me and Simon called it from the beginning.
Right.
That we go, Mayweather ticks every department. You go, the only thing that people are hedging their bets on is that Canelo's the bigger guy, but he wasn't really anyway.
Nah.
You can see, because Crawford come down from 185 anyway, you can see the physicality's in there. He was all the size of Canelo.
As Edward said long before this fight, I just think styles make fights. And Canelo's style, this style of Canelo, was suited for Crawford.
Indeed.
He can't throw combinations anymore. There's no more head movement from Canelo.
Yep.
He tries to walk people down and hit you all over the body and all over the head if he can, but he can't put his combination. He can't sustain the combinations. And what really impressed me about Crawford was the fact that it was a question of like he didn't want to trade off early with Canelo.
No.
He traded late with Canelo because he couldn't take his power early. So in the early rounds, it was just pity patting and just tapping him, kept spinning him.
Shane Mosley, a former world champion who shared the ring with both Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez, offered perspective few others could. Drawing from first-hand experience, Mosley emphasized how Mayweather's style set him apart from Canelo in every way. He pointed to Floyd's impeccable timing, ability to read opponents, and mastery of ring control as qualities that were simply unmatched. Even when facing physically stronger fighters or heavy pressure, Mayweather had the intelligence and adaptability to neutralize threats with precision. Mosley acknowledged that Canelo is an exceptional fighter with power and skill, but maintained that he could not match Mayweather's ability to dictate the pace and flow of a fight. Having faced both men, Mosley's words carried weight. He firmly believed that Mayweather operated on a higher level, proving himself to be the more complete and dominant fighter compared to the younger Mexican champion.
Hey, man, he's the man.
Absolutely. You fought both Canelo and Mayweather. I was surprised to hear Canelo say that straight after the fight. I mean, credit to him, he's been really humble in defeat. You fought them both. Who did you think was better, Canelo or Mayweather? I know that's Canelo was saying it was Crawford better than Mayweather, but who did you think was better out of Canelo and Mayweather?
Mayweather's definitely better. He was better when they fought him because he was more technically sound and knew how to do things. Whereas Canelo had more power and placed the shots probably better. No, he didn't place the shots better. He was just younger and placed the shots really good. Like Canelo was really good at 21 years old. Like I was impressed.
Mm-hmm.
I was very impressed with Canelo at 21. But Mayweather was still technically more sound. Go ahead.
Did you believe or do you agree with the fact that Canelo is saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford? Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
Another perspective underscored the generational shift in boxing greatness. While Mayweather is rightly respected as one of the greatest of all time, some argue that Crawford would come out on top if the two were to fight today. The reasoning lies in timing. Mayweather already dominated his era, while Crawford now leads this one. Every great fighter has his moment, and in the present era, Crawford is the one carrying the mantle as the sport's most dominant force.
Very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have had the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, you know, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Absolutely, and I noticed when I asked you, there was a slight pause. It's a real conversation now to be had. Crawford, pardon me, up there with the likes of Mayweather. He's really etched himself into the Mount Rushmore GOAT conversations.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely one of the GOATs.
Joe Rogan praised Floyd Mayweather not only for his skills inside the ring, but also for his discipline outside of it. He noted how Mayweather managed to stay in his prime despite the distractions of wealth, fame, and a party-filled lifestyle. Unlike many athletes who lose focus, Floyd remained insistent and never allowed ego to derail his career. Rogan admitted that if Terence Crawford had faced Mayweather at his peak, the matchup would be the ultimate test of Crawford's greatness, highlighting just how high a standard Mayweather had set.
Idea of pulling up at a yacht is the end. It's the opposite of what everybody tells you about fighting. The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, you know, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up.
He does.
The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
But through that balling night, I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking.
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water, and then he would have his driver drive, and with his fucking jeans on, he would jog home. I mean, the dude was always training.
Trainer Abel Sanchez shared his perspective on Terence Crawford's current standing in the sport, noting that Crawford has reached true superstar status, not only because of his victories, but also because of the quality of opponents he has defeated and the dominant manner in which he has done so. According to Sanchez, Crawford's recognition as a global star is well-deserved, firmly cementing his place as one of the best fighters in modern boxing.
Terence fought a virtuoso fight. Never let Canelo get into a rhythm. Terence never allowed Canelo to get anything going, and I didn't think he could do it for 12 rounds. I thought that the first 3 or 4 rounds were going to be difficult for Canelo for that reason, but Terence was able to do it for 12 rounds, and in the later part of the fight, he kind of pushed the fight more than I think people expected, which is the mark of a superstar, man.
Brian Bomac McIntyre, Crawford's longtime trainer, declared that after Crawford's most recent victory, there should no longer be any debate about who rules today's boxing landscape. He confidently stated that Crawford is the greatest fighter of this era, citing his technical brilliance, dominance across multiple weight divisions, and ability to overcome every challenge placed before him. For Bomac, Crawford has already proven everything necessary to be recognized as the face of his generation.
Feeling to be Chris Eubank's trainer, first of all?
It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been this trainer before, so...
Yeah, it's good.
It's a no-brainer.
Of course. Congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely that. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Turn this, do what he at this point now in his career where he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't. Canelo's not my responsibility.
Okay.
Rob Aosta reacted strongly to Crawford's latest performance, admitting he would never doubt him again. He explained that Crawford consistently proves skeptics wrong, no matter the level of opposition he faces. Each time fans or analysts expect him to struggle, he instead delivers a masterclass performance. Aosta's remarks echoed a broader sentiment within the boxing community, that Crawford has earned unwavering respect as a consistent and seemingly unstoppable force.
I stood on it, and I'm not going to change what I said in the past or anything. I didn't think he could pull it off. He did. And not only did he pull it off, he did it. He was phenomenal. Like, he did it. He did everything right. Like, it's like he fought a perfect fight. He banged with him when he needed to. He boxed him when he needed to. He established the jab. He kept the southpaw. He kept him frustrated. I got nothing, bro. I tell you what, I would never go against that man again. I ain't doing that shit. That shit was crazy. But I do want to give a credit to those that deserve it. Like Terrence deserves full credit for his abilities, for his IQ, Bomac for his coaching. And, you know, Bomac told him to stay southpaw. He wanted to come out orthodox. Bomac told him to stay southpaw because of what Canelo was weak.
Crawford is waiting on the fantasy matchup with Floyd Mayweather, confidently stating that if they had met during Mayweather's prime, he would have won. His remark reflects not only his self-belief, but also the competitive spirit that has fueled his career success. While fans continue to debate who would truly come out on top, Crawford's confidence in his abilities underscores how firmly he views his place in boxing history.
Yeah, so if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh shit! Okay, I'm just asking. Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though. Man, me versus anybody. I'm gonna always say me.
Okay,
come on now.
Andre Ward, a former champion and close ally of Terrence Crawford, spoke with the wisdom of someone who has experienced both the highs and pressures of boxing. Rather than urging Crawford to pursue more fights or fantasy matchups, Ward suggested that now might be the perfect moment for him to step away from the ring. In Ward's view, Crawford has already secured his place among the all-time greats. He has climbed through multiple weight divisions, defeated elite opponents, and delivered performances that will be remembered for decades. Ward emphasized that retiring while still on top would allow Crawford to preserve his legacy in its purest form. Too many fighters, he warned, stay in the sport too long, chasing paydays or trying to prove something, only to tarnish their achievements with unnecessary losses. Ward doesn't want to see that happen to Crawford. For him, the best way to honor Crawford's career is to retire undefeated in spirit and unmatched in respect.
I wouldn't be mad if I never see Terrence fight again. The way he performed, getting ready to be 38, I think, in a few days. Man, what better way to go out? What better way to tell the game goodbye? What better way? Who you gonna fight? I was arguing with Max on the way to the venue about Boots Ennis. Nah, we don't go fight Canelo and then go back and fight Boots Ennis. I saw a report today. Somebody was talking about him going up to light heavyweight. Nah, we don't go up to light heavyweight. We just went up 3 weight classes since the Spence fight and 2 weight classes since the Madrimov fight, my last fight. This is the perfect send-off, Roy.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Without a
question. It's the perfect send-off.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.